Pisces, full moon energy, people. A lot of emphasis on self-care and transformation, intuition, clarity, awareness. Healing, cleansing, release. Those are all the things that this full moon represents. Yeah, the main themes for the full moon are more surrounding like grounding, finding a sense of grounding, transformation. It's not super emotional unless you haven't done a lot of work on yourself, and then I could see it being that way potentially, but for me it's just been an emphasis on self-care, um, healthy, focusing on continuing to maintain and sustain healthy habits, um, patterns, shit like that, and releasing what, like habits or emotional patterns, things like that that no longer serve you. How has the full moon in Pisces energy been for everyone? It's been very rejuvenating energy for me, and that may be similar to what other people are experiencing potentially, but also, like I said, for some people it could be more emotional if you haven't done a lot of healing work. Also, an emphasis on the closing out of karmic cycles. So, yeah, if yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Anything that hasn't been handled, the universe is about to handle it. Basically. And that's because of the total lunar eclipse energy coupled with the full moon. So it's more like tower energy. It's like if certain things haven't been stopped or learned, they will be forced to be, if that makes sense. So the consequences of karma will be rearing its head, essentially. around this time. 222. I'll be doing a collective full moon and Pisces reading after this. The full moon reached its peak this afternoon at 2:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US. But the full moon energy is still upon us, and the energy still stays in effect for like 2 weeks, I think. Around 2 weeks. I cannot breathe in here. How's it going? had a weird, annoying encounter earlier where this random guy, and people do this to me all the time, where they just want to make conversation, and he just randomly started making conversation with me, telling me his whole life story, and this happened, and this is what's going on, and my baby mama, and this baby mama, and that, and I'm like sitting there, nothing. I said nothing. I didn't look at this person. I didn't interact with this person. They just started talking to me and telling me. Alright, I've had enough of this shit, so sorry, but I give people ample chances, but I don't have time for this type of shit. To be baited into conversation and ask dumbass questions that make absolutely no fucking sense. It's manipulative. Please stay the fuck off my shit with manipulative bullshit. Thank you. So anyway, this random person started, and I'm literally saying to him, like, I have to go to the store. I have to go. I need to go to the store. So kept talking. Okay, bye. I like closed my door. I'm like, why are you talking to me? I said, sucks for you. Sounds like a lot of drama. Sounds like a lot of drama. Now, I don't respond that way to everybody, but when I know someone's trying to swindle me or manipulate me, you've got to go. And it was just obvious. It's like, clearly you're trying to target single females so you can have a place to stay. Like, it's obvious that's what your angle is boo-hoo, poor me. And then you're hoping that someone's going to be stupid enough, I guess. I don't know. Because, like, why else would you talk to me? Come on now. Makes no sense. So, I am a nice person to people that don't try to, again, manipulate or steal my energy or my time or, waste my time. In those circumstances, I have the discernment enough to know and not entertain it, Even the guy working inside the store, I said, what's up with that guy out there? He said, I don't know, just stay away from him. Don't make eye contact, or he said something like that, which I didn't, and the guy fucking followed me. So I'm like, oh, I don't know. Showed me a picture of his kid. I'm like, is this a setup? I'm looking around me. I locked my car. I'm like, what is this about? What do you want? Sorry, but too old to be manipulated. But I guess I look young. So people think. They may think. Well, they thought wrong. He said, I have 3 baby mamas. I said, ooh. said, you know what that says? I said, my issue with that is when anybody says that they have multiple baby mamas or baby daddies, it's like, it's really telling about a person, because it really points to a lack of self-control and a lack of regulation of self and emotions. If you fuck up 3 times doing the same thing, then I'm sorry, you're just an idiot. Period. Sorry, I'm not sorry. That's just ignorant. Please utilize critical thinking skills. Unless that's your angle or your aim, or if that's your thing, then by all means, go for it. But I don't think that that was the angle in this person's case. And that's what I told him. I said that that's what that points to. So it's, you know, people get offended by my perspective on that, but it's true. It's just true. How does that happen on multiple different occasions? Unless, like I said, you're aiming for that, in which case, go for it. But if it's just like, oops, oh, now I'm stuck with 3 different shitty people that I don't even like that much. It's like, okie dokie. I don't know how people live in that way, but it's very sloppy, and it speaks volumes about a person's character. And I told him that. I told this guy that wanted to ramble on to me about his problems. I said, that sounds like it sucks. I said, I'm sorry you got trapped. I said, sorry you got trapped, and glad I'm not that type of female. And I said, and guess how many kids I have? He said, none. I said, yep, 0. I said, so why aren't you staying with any of them? Oh, I hate all of them and they hate me. I didn't laugh at the time. But wow. Humans create their own suffering. That's why I don't feel bad. That's an example of creating your own suffering because you do have control over that. It's called using protection and having self-control and impulse control. Period. I looked at him like, oh my gosh. I literally do not feel bad for you. So why does all your stuff look brand new? Well, you know, I don't know what the hell his response to that was. I'm thinking to myself, because you were freshly kicked out of someone's house, you fucking bum. SMH. That's all I have to say. There are just some things that are shameful, and when you just keep doing the same dumb shit over and over again, I'm sorry. That is shameful. Come on. Get some what's the word for it? Self-respect, boundaries, limits, standards for yourself, please. Anywho. I'm like, why are you telling me all of this? I said, why are you telling me all of this? Why do, like, what's, you know, what's the point in this? I have no clue. I sped out of there. Sped the fuck out of there. Same gas station where that other weird encounter happened the other night. So, it's interesting. Interesting interactions with people. But it's nothing I'm initiating. I'm like, dude, I'm like running away from this guy. Anyways, universe, help that guy, or whatever. You know what to do. Because I don't. I don't know what to say to some people other than, sounds like you're fucked. Sounds like you got yourself into a situation where I just would not even want to imagine that being me. Can you imagine that? 3 baby daddies or 3 baby mamas? I'd kill myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Trigger warning. I would shoot myself. You fucking for real? No. Sorry, that's graphic, but no. You'd never catch me out here living like that. That ain't no way to live. There's nothing glamorous or life-serving about that. That's a bunch of unnecessary extra stress. And people do this to themselves. I just keep reminding peeps, if you have a baby and you decide within the first year of that baby's life that you do not want it, you can take it to the hospital and literally say, hey, I'm surrendering this baby, and they will take the baby, you will not get in trouble, and that's it. They'll put the baby up for adoption. People don't know that, so they like fucking kill their babies and shit like that. Oh my God. It's like, no, drop the baby off at the hospital within the first year, and you will not get in trouble. There's no consequences to it. They just take your baby and you go on about your life. And the baby gets adopted. Literally. People are so dumb. Ignorant. You know. I don't know what the fuck to say. People are weird. I give them an opportunity not to be, and then they end up being fucking weird anyway, like that guy in the fucking chat. I knew he was a fucking weirdo. I just gave him a chance to not be, and per usual, I was right. Not saying I'm right all the time, but when my intuition tells me something and says, yeah, that one right there, I'm usually right. So yeah, wow. Sometimes I just don't know. Okay. Wait a second. What? Oh, okay. Yep. Pisces full moon. The path to self-discovery. Okay, wow. Good times. I was like, I swear to God, I hear people. Thank God it is actual people. All these peeps look like they are potential weed smokers. Maybe secretly weed lovers. I don't know. I'm rolling some zebra stripes, people, as we speak. If you know, you know, and if you don't, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. Someone just left their flat screen TV out here just in the grass. Like, looks like someone just threw it, tossed it. It's kind of weird. I feel like YouTube is like trying too hard with the like some of these new features that they've put in, like the fan thing. It's just kind of weak, you know. I think they should just stop. The hype thing, that is so whack. It's like, what the fuck is that? Who came up with this shit? I hope you can hear me, YouTube. It's very lame. And I think you guys need to step up your game or just step off because you're embarrassing yourselves. I'm sorry, but it's embarrassing. Like, what? Does anyone think that's cool? If you do, feel free to let me know. Okay, people. So apparently, okay, so I got this body wash and it's this sea salt and kelp body wash. And like, apparently, both sea salt and kelp are good for cleansing, you know, like your aura and just cleansing in general. So that's interesting because I kind of thought that when I got it. I'm like, I wonder if that applies to this, but I found out it does, so. The full moon in Pisces is all about cleansing. Full moon energy is all about release and cleansing. And then it's a total lunar eclipse. It's a good time for self-reflection, meditation, journaling, but definitely for self-reflection, Pisces. Okay, people. Now, I don't know if this is actually like it is like a psychological thing, but I don't know if it's actually like a therapeutic thing. But yeah, I mirror people. I kind of like I did it the other day when when somebody had like kind of an attitude. I kind of softly mirrored it back, not like mirrored it back, but like met her with the same energy, not in a rude way, but kind of like met her on her level type vibes. It's like, oh, okay, we're coming like that. Okay, so, and it's interesting because by the whole end of the conversation, she had totally turned totally opened up and gotten more comfortable because again I met her on her level and then we kind of just like vibed from there because I'm like, oh, we're doing the whole attitude thing. Okay, girl, I got you. So I was like I was like, uh I don't know how I did it. I just mirrored and it worked out very well. Worked out very well. So it's kind of like, I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm gonna Google it and figure it the fuck out because it worked. And I want to know if it's like a actual thing or if I just made it up and it worked out. It's like easy to empathize with just about anyone, because it's like anybody I ever meet with, it's like they always remind me of somebody I've met at one point in my life. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, this reminds me of this girl I was friends with in high school. And so it's kind of easy for me to try to relate because I've been friends with a lot of different kinds of people. I've had the opportunity to see life through the lens of a lot of different people, so that has helped me to be able to relate to and interact with and get along and build rapport with a lot of different people. Usually genuinely. I was going to say genuinely, but I would have to put usually, because some people do rub you the wrong way or whatever, and you've got to kind of fake it till you make it, bub. Reach for that compassion somewhere, some fucking how. That's what I do. If you don't, it would be unethical, really. That's probably why it worked, because that's the vibe she was giving, and like she probably thought she was kind of like cool, and so when I gave that vibe, it's like, oh, she's cool too. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe I should just calm the fuck down. I don't know, I'm just making it up, I'm just creating a narrative from it. I literally have no clue, but that's just kind of a theory, you know. Anywho. So, yeah, guys. Some things you can ask yourself during this full moon could be things like, are there any emotional patterns or habits that you're holding on to that you need to release or break free from? Um, you know, like what type of self-care do you actually do? Do you do any? Let's see, because it's all about also intuition, transformation, the path of self-discovery. So basically, like, how's your relationship with yourself? How do you feel about yourself? And what do you need to release in order to really feel better and transform and grow and become a more self-actualized version of you? So, yeah, it's all about self-reflection. Where's your self-awareness level at? I should drink some fucking water, honestly. I'm hotboxing it, people. Well, I'm like hybrid hotboxing. Have you ever heard of that? It's called hybrid hotboxing. I just invented it. It's where you kind of hotbox and then you like air it out so you don't die. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a great technique for not suffocating. Yeah. One time I was just sitting here and this cat just like jumped out of the fucking bushes, or like they're not even bushes, it's like dead grass. Anyway, the cat just like popped out and I was just like, oh hey. And it just like ran away. It was so weird. It's like, where did you come from? It was a black cat too, so good luck. Good luck to see that kitty. You guys do not believe what you've heard. Black cats, good sign. On the Queen of Wands card, she has a black cat with her. It's because the Queen of Wands is a witch. The Queen of Wands in the upright, by the way. Not the reverse. Okay, so I'm gonna come back on here probably around like 1 and do a full moon collective tarot reading. What needs to be illuminated, what needs to be released, and what needs to be transformed. 3-card spread, people. You guys, when I say folks, I'm joking. I hope you know that. I literally say it because I'm just making fun of the word. Anyway, peeps. I'm not joking when I say peeps, though. Hey, peeps. That's not a joke. So. Just one rando walking up the steps. Twelve, 12 on the clock, people. 12, 12. It has just felt so freaking cold. Oh my god. Wow. I can't believe how cold it is. It feels real cold outside. I'm moving to a way cheaper apartment after this. There's no sense in wasting money on where you live. That's ridiculous. Hmm. Yeah, $600, around 600. That's the way to go, people. Don't get ripped off. Oh my god. I hope this person doesn't. I think someone just